University of Life Sciences boasts over 34 years of global expertise in environment and development, higher education, personal transformation, and conflict, peace, and development. He's led extensive projects and programs across Asia, Africa, and the Western Balkans. He has published 295 scientific articles and supervised 25 PhD and numerous master students' research. Great job. Professor Sitaula's recent focus lies in global change education, mindfulness training, and inner transformation. He has played a vital role in establishing regional education and institutional collaboration programs and training organizations. He is also a published author and is a visiting scholar at prestigious American universities. Professor Sitaula is dedicated to sharing wisdom and personal transformation on a global scale. A very humble person indeed. We welcome you with a big hand of applause. Please.
Thank you, Didi, for this kind and generous word. Very distinguished personality from Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Bharat. I bow to the divinity in you. Distinguished personality in the audience, I belong to you. It was an honor and very pleasure for me to be here again, all the way to Oslo for OS, and being a university person, educator. I would like to share some of my insights, some of my worldview, some of my conceptions, because we have been working very much in many parts of the world in international environment and development studies. And it is not to scare you. Even until last year, we were talking about climate is changing. There are inter and intra-state war and conflict going on around the world. Many disorienting dilemma. But from these years, many surprising phenomena have emerged that we call global tipping point, meaning that so many surprises, new challenges, and shared suffering will emerge and will be emerging. In such a situation, when is shared suffering, we also need to understand a little bit of shared humanity. What wisdom says, what wisdom tradition says, what really science says. And it is not a shared suffering from one particular wisdom tradition. Everybody, no matter whether we are Hindu or Mohammedan or Christian or Buddhist, no matter. Everybody will suffer, going to suffer, and therefore a new insight, new creativity has to come. I myself, as an explorer and learner from everywhere, and also a student of science, I was thinking what I will be telling to my students, my other people collaborating around the world. Then I was thinking, no, there is also hope and optimism. Look at our perennial philosophy and wisdom tradition from the Indian subcontinent. It provides us that insights, that creativity, and also the science For example, just in 2022, there was a Nobel Prize in Physics on quantum physics, where they are telling that we all are entangled, we all are related. Not only they were working on the subatomic level, but our rishis of Upanishad has says that yatha pinde tatha brahmande. If we understand that how we are entangled through civilization, through culture, through language, and so on, and then we begin to understand something called in a quantum social science, which is emerging one, that if anybody suffers from here, everybody else will also suffer. But that very science also gives a hope and optimism. It says that in quantum science, the particles do exist in a superpositions, and that means that we are also made up of particle. We have a free choice, and therefore we understanding that consciousness and our wisdom tradition to a greater detail, we can also create a change. We have the potentiality, we have to translate into actuality. And that requires wisdom, that requires an objective adjustment and new pathways. And therefore, it gives something called observer effect. The way we look at the problem, the way we have been seeing what is happening around and only complaining and complaining, bringing only new science about, okay, this is what it, just analyzing the mechanism of problem, that is not the way. We have to see that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And therefore, this perennial philosophy, in time immemorial, it has been said that Sarvam Etat Brahma, I am Brahma, you are Brahma, everything is Brahma. And not only in our wisdom tradition, but look at the other wisdom tradition. In Buddhism, they call it Tathagat Garva, means that all of us are Buddha in potential. We have the same awakening and so on. And if you go to Islam, for example, At-Tawheed of Allah, everything have that essence of Allah. And if you look at the Christian wisdom tradition, they say that me and my Father is one. That means that we have the same potential to look at and also to understand that we have potential. We can unleash our human potential for the greater good. In fact, what is atom, so is the universe. What is microcosm, so is the macrocosm. With this kind of understanding, and then with the idea of shared suffering, this about shared suffering, Lord Buddha has said it long, long ago. We have to bring now those ideas also in a more integrated and more holistic way in academia, in our working culture, in our understanding of true nature of reality, and in our thinking, feeling, and doing. Ladies and gentlemen, अब थोड़ा सा मैं हिंदी में थोड़ा सा बोलूँगा, क्योंकि मैं वैसे नेपाल से हूँ, जिंदगी के 5 साल इंडिया में बिताए थे, बहुत अच्छा, बहुत सीखने को मिला। तो भारतवर्ष के प्रति, भारत के प्रति मैं बहुत नतमस्तक हूँ। तो भारत में भी कहता है कि how we can establish this idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Then we are, फिर मैं हिंदी बोलना भूल गया। फिर हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा कि थोड़ा विस्डम ट्रेडिशन में देखना पड़ेगा। भगवत गीता कहता है in chapter 13, समम सर्वेषु भूतेषु तिष्ठन्तं परमेश्वरं विनश्यस्य विनश्यत्तं या पश्यति स पश्यति समम पश्यन्ति सर्वत्र समवस्थितः ईश्वरं न नश्य आत्मा आत्मानं ततो याति परां गतिम्। देखिए, संसार में वार चल रही है। देखिए, एक ही वर्ण के लोग हैं, एक व्लादिमीर है, एक व्लादिमीर है, एक दूसरे को मार रहे हैं। एक ही अब्राहम के जो संतति है इजराइल और पैलेस्टाइन में देखिए मार रहे हैं, क्योंकि गीता का ये जो बेसिक जो आइडिया है कि when we understand that highest Lord, that essence is abiding equally in all being, not dying when they die. With this understanding, one is not able to hurt to the self by means of self. फिर हमारा जो विजडम ट्रेडिशन है भारतवर्ष का, कितना इन्फिनिट हमको फ्री विल देता है कि कोई भी एग्जिस्ट कर सकता है, चाहे हिंदू हो, चाहे क्रिश्चियन हो, चाहे आइडियोलॉजी which really binds together but do not divide. इसलिए अगर आप शिव महिमा सूत्र में देखेंगे कि वहां पर एक बहुत अच्छा सा चीज है कि हम सारे इस जगत में अलग अलग है. देयर इज अ डाइवर्सिटी देयर बट वी वांट टू थिंक अबाउट यूनिटी. व्हाट शिव महिमा सूत्र सेज दैट रुचिराम वैचित्र ऋजुकुटिल नाना पथजुसाम ऋणाम में को गम्यम तमसी पैसा अर्ण वैवा. अलग अलग जगह से ये नदियां आते हैं, हिमालय से, कभी इधर, कभी जियोलॉजी मॉर्फोलॉजी के अनुसार किसी को ऐसा करना होता है, किसी को छारा बनना पड़ता है, फिर अंत में जैसे समुद्र में ही विलीन होते हैं. इसी तरह से नो मैटर आवर इंडिविजुअल आइडेंटिटीज, our other kind of identities, finally, our final goal is to understand and realize the same essence. With that memory, if we are able to understand, अगर हमको समझ में आ गया, फिर हम सब के प्रति एक आइडिया, इंसाइट बन जाएगा, फिर वो क्रिएटिविटी बन जाएगा. इतना कह के मैं आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं कि मेरे को थोड़ा कहने का आपको मौका मिला. और जो भारत से आए अपने जो बुजुर्ग है, इनके तो सफेद कपाल देख के कि मैं कितना लगा, इनसे तो बहुत चीज सीखना है मेरे को. आपको सब धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मेरी प्रणाम स्वीकार करें.